Give me what I want! Give it to me! Give me what I want!
You owe me money. You have to give me back my money.
Until you pay what you owe.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios once again, live from Paycor Stadium in OH, Cincinnati, Ohio, as the undefeated Miami Dolphins travel to take on the reigning defending undisputed AFC champion of the world, Cincinnati Bengals, in your 2022 NFL Week 4 Thursday Night Football game. Highlight commentary, where we see a rematch 3 years in the making, where two national champions did battle in Tuscaloosa. And to say they were cooking this game was an understatement. Might I add, the NFL talent around the field was crazy. Devontae Smith, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Tua Tagovailoa, Joe Burrow. And that's only the offense, but LSU took the W as both gentlemen showed up and showed out en route to a Joe Burrow national championship season. But this ain't college. This is professional football, and Joe Burrow is tied for the most sacked quarterback in the league. And if you take into account last season and his first year, he's the most sacked quarterback since he got drafted. The Bengals offensive line has been absolute dog water. They allowed 19 sacks in the postseason, the most in NFL history, and 7 sacks in the Super Bowl, tied for the most in Super Bowl history. Needless to say, these brothers can't protect shit, even if they were reincarnated as TM17. And somehow, despite this, Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow last year hooked up for 13 touchdowns, the most in a single season by players from the same college, and they've already on pace to become the #1 quarterback wide receiver duo from the exact same college. Can Zach Taylor lead them to the promised land with his sub-500 record? Or will his opposition, Mike McDaniel, who looks like he graduated from Hogwarts University, continue to keep his Dolphins undefeated as he attempts to revive the Dolphins organization for the first time since the days of Don Shula?
You could have seen this video early and ad-free. Make sure to join on patreon.com/Chiseled Adonis, and you won't have to worry about ads. What are you waiting for? Click the link in the description.
And here we go. Opening drive for Cincinnati. Might I add, those are some beautiful doggone uniforms. Joe Burrow's got his man across the 40, breaking all kinds of tackles to carry it inside Dolphins territory. Water from the Hurricane or SeaWorld must be on the Dolphins jerseys, because why was Hayden Hurst slipping off all them motherfuckers? Very next play, T. Higgins takes Xavier Howard's ankles. Good Lord. He didn't even whisper in his ear. He shouted at him, "Give me your ankles, Bussy. Where was the GPS sending you, son?" 2 plays later, beginning to question Joe Burrow's sexuality because he continues to look for a tight end. He finds Hayden Hurst for a pickup of 6, but for whatever reason, Miami's defense is straight up nincompoops. Why did Crossan try to fuck this man on the ground? There's laundry on the field. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, automatic first down.
You fucking income fucking poop.
Now inside the 15, handoff to Joe Mixon. He's going to pick up a first down inside the 5. Few plays later, that O-line can't pass block for shit, but damn it, can they push a pile? They'd carry Joe Mixon into the end zone. Touchdown. Cincinnati strikes blood first in the new uniform Thursday Night Football to take a 7-0 lead to start this game. The O-line put Joe Mixon and the Dolphins defense in an Uber XL. Everybody gets a ride. Matter of fact, turn it into a bus. Next stop, the end zone, stupid. Ensuing drive, here comes Tua Tagovailoa, second in the NFL in passing yards and rating. By far the best start to his season of his career. And he's got weapons all over the place. A big help has been the Speed Brothers, his college teammate Jalen Waddle, and the newcomer Tyreek Hill. Both over 360 yards thus far this season, second most by a pair of wide receivers in the first 3 games. Only trailing to Sean Jackson and Mike Evans. There must be something in that Florida water.
Full-blown HIV, but really full-blown AIDS.
I'm sorry, I wish it was something less serious.
Second and 3, Tua play action fake, looking to go down the field. He's got Tyreek Hill inside Bengals territory. Very next play, the other Speed Brother.
Waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away. Waddle, waddle.
Following back-to-back first downs, Tua Tagovailoa looking left. He's got Sherfield for a first down. I'm pretty sure it kind of sucks to be the receiver who's not a part of the nicknames. Nevertheless, a few plays later, Tua looking towards the end zone.
I dropped it.
Chase Bank Edmonds tried to make a withdrawal of a touchdown, but his account was overdrafted because of lack of hands. What happened to his hands?
is a no-good, lousy son of a bitch. That's exactly what he is.
The Dolphins would have to settle for a 23-yard field goal. It's through the uprights, and it's good. They cut their deficit down to 4. Ensuing drive, Cincinnati looking to respond. Burrow takes the snap, looking towards his left. Pass dropped because this man's hands just for decoration. Following a punt, Miami gets the football back. Tua turn the ball over, makes another resurgence because he's got a man. But he plays for the other team as the pass is intercepted by Von Bell. If there's anything Tyreek Hill is going to miss about Patrick Mahomes is the fact that Mahomes is always able to put the football in front of him. This man has been underthrown every game this season.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me, though.
You need a shout out? Book me on Cameo.com/Chiseled Adonis and get a shout out, birthday wishes, draft order for your fantasy football team. It don't matter. Book me. What are you waiting for?
Following the interception, following drive, 3rd and 1 for Joe Burrow. Once again, looking for a tight end. Get your bitch ass off me, Melvin Ingram. Carries it inside Miami territory. 4th and 1. Why kick a field goal when you can go for it? For Joe Mixon.
Come on, Joe! Thank you, baby! Thank you! You make it block up my damn mouth!
You thought you was getting a first down?
Guess not.
I stopped short.
Momentum swinging Miami's way. Play action fake for Tua Tagovailoa over the middle. Got Tyreek Hill again for a first down. 3 plays later, time to go for it all. Tua steps towards his left, launching towards the end zone.
Dude, what the fuck?
Mans threw it to absolutely nobody. 48-yard attempt through the uprights. 1-point game.
You stink!
Following the field goal, Cincinnati looking to extend their lead, still struggling to put together a drive since the opening drive of the game. Now Miami football, 1st and 10, play action fake, Tua Tagovailoa looking to go deep down the field, overthrows Tyreek Hill. The pass is broken up, but there's laundry on the field for roughing the passer. It's an automatic first down, putting them inside Cincinnati territory. Then 2 plays later, Tua would be sacked on the logo, and scary situations would happen because he's knocked completely out cold. Complications of a concussion. At first, I thought he broke his fingers. This comes just 4 days after he got completely fucked up in the game against the Bills. You can talk about toughness all you want, but this is a different era of football where they actually prioritize player safety. Does this look like a man who should have even finished the game last week? And then they allegedly clear him, trot him out there on Thursday Night Football. He blows his head on the ground, and now he's not even able to move. Look at his hands. This is not okay. He is not okay. They had the audacity to chalk up last week's injury to his back, and now the Dolphins are going to act as if this particular concussion had nothing to do with last week. For about 8 minutes, he laid there motionless. We didn't see a movement of his legs, fingers, head, nothing. They never zoomed in on his face. I really hope he's okay. Get well soon, brother. The Dolphins would have to settle for a 52-yard field goal.
Shit out here, nigga!
Access denied.
It's blocked up front by a fat man.
He's fat!
Following the injury and the block, Cincinnati would waste little time taking advantage of Miami's vulnerability as Xavier Howard absolutely falls asleep as T. Higgins goes into the end zone for the score since he leads by 8. This is the same man that's got the most interceptions since 2017. And then he proceeds to get absolutely cooked on national television. Now replacing Tua is Teddy Trolls Lived by the Bridgewater. Despite having a Pro Bowl season when he was a member of the Minnesota Vikings, this man has had 12 games having to be a substitute in relieving duty for a starting QB. Let's see if he can make something happen. 1st and 10.
Waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away. Waddle, waddle.
When in doubt, find the Speed Brothers. 2 plays later, Teddy looking towards his left. He's got Tyreek Hill, back-to-back first downs. Very similar to Tua's first drive, Teddy Bridgewater would follow the exact same blueprint. Find Waddle, find Hill, find Sherfield. You're inside the 10. Very next play, redemption time.
Buckle up, Teddy.
Shovel pass over to Chase Bank Edmonds. This time he's got enough money in the account. Withdraws a touchdown. And Miami finds the end zone for the first time tonight. But rather than go for 2 to try to even up the score, they'd settle for an extra point to cut their deficit down to 1. Did he just doink that? He doinked that. These kickers keep missing kicks. And then to make matters worse, they keep doinking it, looking like Cody Bakke. This is your fault. Put your mother the fucking head back down.
You want to become an official member at Hold My Nuggets Incorporated? Head over to ChiseledAdonisShop.com and grab your merch. Stock is flying off the shelves. Get it before it's gone. Grab a hat. Let the people know your affiliation.
Into the second half we go.
Buckle up, Teddy.
Bridgewater throws it to absolutely nobody. There's going to be a 3 and out. What do you know? It's been 35 minutes of football and we never talked about the Bengals offensive line and pass protection.
Help! Help! Police!
Much to our surprise, that was the only sack they gave up all day. Ensuing drive for Teddy.
I've got you in my sights.
Mike Hilton damn near eating this man's calf muscle. Where are you going? Both teams exchanged 3 and outs. Ensuing drive. Joe Burrow's got T. Higgins cooking Xavier Howard again. Now inside Miami territory, Joe Burrow's going to manipulate that Dolphin defense.
Buckle up, Teddy.
Tros live near the Bridgewater, takes the snap, going deep, and somehow he too underthrows Tyreek Hill. But it's ricocheted into his hands on a spectacular catch to put Miami inside the 5. Clearly, Miami's quarterbacks love to skip foreplay because you got to put the ball in front of him, not behind him.
No homo. Buckle up, Teddy.
3 straight plays of absolute dog water for play calling. They'd failed to pick up the touchdown on 3rd and goal. They're going to have to settle for a 20-yard field goal to take their first lead of this game. Jamar Chase really on lock. This man got 1 catch for 8 yards.
Yeah, well, not anymore, you're not.
The Bengals would activate a little bit of trickery and pick up a first down to midfield. You mean to tell me Xavier Howard was getting cooked so bad he done pulled his hamstring? I bet he on the sideline talking shit, telling Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, do that shit to me. But they did all night, stupid. We into the 4th quarter. Play action fake for sloppy Joe Burrow. Rolling towards his right, going deep down the field. Got Tyler Boyd wide open. This man as uncovered as most 26-year-olds in America.
Where's your health insurance?
I don't know!
3 plays later, 3rd and goal in the period-colored zone. Handoff to Joe Mixon.
Not this time.
Access denied.
Mans thought that free trial of an offensive line was going to last until the second half.
Methinks not.
They'd have to settle for a 19-yard field goal. They regained the lead despite that Joe Mixon.
I stopped short.
My turn!
Come here.
We have you surrounded!
I stopped short.
Under 10 minutes left to go. Cincinnati football, 2nd and 10. Burrow got all kinds of time in the pocket. Over the middle, wide open. Got T. Higgins to midfield. T. Higgins been teeing off on the Dolphins defense all day. He's got 7 catches, 124 yards, and now Jamar Chase is getting going. Miami secondary chose the worst time to get trapped in the toaster. Evan McPherson would try a 57-yard field goal through the uprights. It's good. 5-point lead, 2-possession game.
The like button and make sure to subscribe. Also, follow me on all social media networks, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Chiseled Adonis. Make sure you get your fix of all Chiseled Adonis content.
Buckle up, Teddy.
Bridgewater's got less than 5 minutes to get down the field, get a touchdown, and regain the lead. He's going to use his legs and carry it inside Cincinnati territory. And a few plays later, he'd show why he's on the bench because he throws it straight to Von Bell. Interception, his 2nd of the day, and he's going to carry it all the way inside Miami territory. Homie picked off 2 different quarterbacks in the same game.
I'm sorry, I fudged up, guys.
This is what happens when you don't have chemistry. Both of them not in sync, not in tuned at all. Cincinnati already in Miami territory. Sloppy Joe takes the snap, going down the field. Jamar Chase burning another member of the secondary.
Got his ass cooked. He got cooked. He got cooked.
I'm not sure if there's an entree out there called fried dolphin, but Cincinnati is eating tonight because Joe Burrow connects with Hayden Hurst. He's in the end zone. 12-point lead for the Bengals. 90 seconds remaining. Teddy Bridgewater's going to need a miracle of 2 touchdowns. He finds Tyreek Hill. He tell one defender, "Give me your ankle, stupid," and gets out of bounds to stop the clock. 3 plays later, approaching Cincinnati territory. Bridgewater looking towards his left. He's got Mostert, but for whatever reason, homie is hesitating to get out of bounds. He'd been tackled after a pickup of about 6, and the clock keeps rolling. Miami would be forced to use their final timeout, and the game is on the line here. And Bridgewater connects with Tyreek Hill for the first down. What a throw-in catch. That ball hit the ground so fast, officials had to get gauze and ointment to apply to the scraped scrotum.
Failure.
Fuck you, Dolphin! Fuck you, Dolphin!
I got one more in me. Well, shit.
Did I do that?
It'd be a turnover on downs. The Bengals would run the clock out and pick up their second victory of the season as they'd hand Miami their first L and whisper in their ears to take out their Metro cards and get aboard the L train.
You lose.
Get the fuck out of here!
What's for dinner? Fresh hot ales.
You mean to tell me you watched the entire video but you haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button and become a member on Patreon or on YouTube to get access to the Discord. We're waiting for you in the Shadow Realm.
Do it! Just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Please! Please!
What are you waiting for, huh?
Oh my god.